911, what's your emergency?
Yes, I think I see the car from the Amber Alert. Get closer. Go! We saw her.
You saw Charlotte Bryce.
We're trying to catch up to him.
We're doing like 100 miles an hour. If he sees us, he could do something crazy.
Listen, you need to back off that car.
Are you guys coming?
The closest available unit is half an hour away.
If we don't find him, she'll be gone forever.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Cinema Night Central. My name is Chris, and this is my review for Amber Alert. So this is the new Lionsgate thriller that stars Hayden Panettiere, Tyler James Williams, and Kevin Dunn. So Panettiere stars as Jacqueline, who is a woman who, along with her rideshare driver Shane, played by Tyler James Williams, spot the car that they believe is connected to the abduction of a little girl and decide to pursue it and in hopes of saving the child's life. So, yeah, when I saw the trailer for this movie about a month or so ago, I was like, yeah, that looks all right. It's even though it's generic, but the main hook here for me was the fact that it stars Hayden Panettiere and also Tyler James Williams, because, Scream fans, know her best as Kirby Reed, and she's done a lot of other things in the past, but her character as Kirby Reed is probably the most beloved, and so it's kind of cool to see her doing something else now outside of the Scream franchise. And then you have Tyler James Williams, who currently plays Gregory on Abbott Elementary, which is one of my favorite shows. It's an Emmy Award-winning show created by Quentin Brunson and starring Quentin Brunson. But I think Tyler James Williams, he plays one of the teachers. I think he's really good there. But he was also big back in the 2000s with Everybody Hates Chris, and so. And then he's also in a little movie called Unaccompanied Minors that came out in the late 2000s. It's like a Christmas movie where these kids are stuck in an airport. That was, I think, one of his big first starring roles there, so which is pretty cool. But yeah, they were my main draws for this movie. But also you have Kevin Dunn in here, who's done a lot of other things, Hot Shots, Small Soldiers, and a lot of other things. And so, having seen it, it's a pretty solid thriller. It's decent. It's nothing great, it's nothing, mind-blowing and everything. And it's not even really that much it's not really an edge-of-your-seat thriller. You're thinking of terms like it's like road thrillers, like The Hitcher and Breakdown. But I will say this, it's still pretty solid. I think that Hayden Panettiere and Tyler James Williams give a pretty solid performances. They are characters you actually kind of root for, even if they make a questionable dumb decision or two. And so, which I'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, I thought they were really good. You also have Kevin, and then of course Kevin Dunn. I think he's solid as the cop that's kind of leading the search for this little girl. And but also what was kind of cool is that the dispatcher that's in this movie, I thought I recognized her face, but I wasn't sure. I couldn't pinpoint it exactly, so I had to look it up. And yeah, she is the woman that plays Bob's mother on Bob Hart's Abishola. I was like, holy crap, that's the woman that plays Bob's mother on Bob Hart's Abishola. I thought, that's pretty cool. And I thought she was good too. And the movie is only 90 minutes long. Without the credits, it's like an hour and 25. So it kind of benefits from that short, brisk running time. It's kind of fast paced. It drags a bit in the middle, which kind of brings me to my one negative that I have. Really, is just that the movie just has some decisions made by characters that are just absolutely dumb or make absolutely zero sense. And so, yeah, you have our leads here. There's just one sequence where they just kind of stop. Let's just say they just kind of stop to, talk and have a conversation after something goes down. I'm like, wow. When you're in this situation, you're trying to save this little girl, and you do this. So it don't make any sense. And then you have the mother of this child that's abducted, what she does at the very beginning of the movie that kind of leads to that happening. I mean, I'm just like, why? What are you doing? You know. And then of course you have our antagonist, the one that's and the whole premise here basically is them following him, and so our two main characters are following this guy for so long, and I'm just like, if I had somebody following me, okay, if I had somebody following me for a long period of time, I wouldn't have waited until I gotten so many miles before I decided to stop and confront them. It's like, why are you following me? That because as somebody like me, it's like, I hate when somebody follows me, and I don't care who the fuck it is, and so that drives me crazy. So I'm just like, yeah, I would have gotten out like after a few miles, and I'm like, hey, why are you following me? You know, what's your problem? You know, and so it kind of bothered me that he waited so long to do that, and I kept telling myself, okay, throughout the movie, I was like, well, he's got to run out of gas sometime. Where are they going? Because it seemed like that they were following him for miles and miles and miles. So I don't know, because there was a point where he pulls into a gas station and doesn't get gas, and there's a reason for that, which I thought was actually kind of clever on his part. And so, but yeah, overall, I mean, it's a solid thriller. It's decent. It's nothing special, but I think it's worth watching for Hayden Panettiere and Tyler James Williams. And so, yeah, I'm going to give Amber Alert, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Just because it's not all that suspenseful. It's not that edge of your seat. It's a tolerable, it's a decent, entertaining thriller. That you root for the characters for the most part, despite some questionable decisions made by them and a few others. So yeah, Amber Alert, if you happen to check it out, if you're just wanting to kill some time, I say check it out, at least for a one-time watch. Yeah, that's just my thoughts on Amber Alert. If you've seen it already, let me know in the comments down below what you think of it. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I love you guys. You guys are my best, and I will see you next time.